News.
Welcome back. Our shoes may be wearing out the environment. The plastics from our footwear live forever in landfills, and studies have shown they have even had chemicals that contribute to the downfall of fish populations. But as MTN's Tim McGonigal shows us, with the help of a Great Falls ag processor, a Colorado native turned shoe industry insider now living in Bozeman is charting a path to change.
New shoes have a nice full tread on the bottom, but after only about 2 years, they lose about 30% of that tread. You can see that here. What you don't see is the environmental damage that's left behind on the trail, like this. But there's one Montana company that's taking steps to change that.
Solum is a biomaterials company that is engineering plastic alternatives using plant nutrients.
Thomas Bogle is making sure agricultural products don't go to waste.
These are all the leftover parts of that crop, the husks and the stalks and the leaves and the stems of the plant that traditionally don't get used for food systems, but are very, very rich in nutrient content.
For 4 years, the Bozeman-based businessman and avid runner has operated Solum Tread, turning agricultural waste into shoes, bringing new meaning to the rubber hitting the road.
What Solum's producing is a bio-additive that goes into these outsoles and replaces roughly 30 to 40% of that outsole content. In other words, the petrochemical part. These are all the toxic parts of that outsole. And what that additive we make it from is agricultural residue. People seem to have these parts of the shoe figured out on top, but not quite underneath the shoe.
With help from Ag Processing Solutions in Great Falls, Solum Tread is turning straw from Missouri rice and Nebraska soybeans into powder that can be converted to pellets, which Solum Tread uses to act alongside natural rubber.
In doing so, we can remove all the synthetic out of that product.
It was an idea that, him and I worked on and turned into a reality here, where we're milling his rice straw and hopefully going to be wheat straw someday, and turning that into a value-added product that he can then sell on the market.
The end result, durable and environmentally friendly footwear that's not destined to linger in a landfill.
We can cut out on the end of life and have shoes biodegrade quicker, be reabsorbed even in just anaerobic type of landfill environments quicker, but still meet the core need of the consumer and how long they want to use this.
Bogle plans to open a production facility in Belgrade next year, with hopes of expanding across the Treasure State, creating jobs for workers and ultimately more opportunities for Montana producers.
And then once that facility is in there, we're going to have 100% of our products and ingredients sourced from Montana. We can do summer wheat as well as winter wheat and start to phase that into our product right now.
If you pencil your ground on winter wheat, you're not making much money anymore. You got to have a lot of acres to make any money. And so how we take those farmers and get them, looking in the right direction of different products they can make and different markets they can tap is really where I see the future of Montana agriculture.
Currently, Solum Tread is available on work boots made by British company Rockfall, but they're in talks for development trials with bigger companies. Bishop thinks Solum Tread is just one example of how value-added agriculture might convince young Montanans to lace up their sneakers and come back home.
There's a lot of different things we can do with those commodities with different technologies now, whether it be the bioplastics application, whether it be an application like for Solum Tread where they're making shoes out of them. There's so many different directions to head. I love to just meet young farmers and say, what direction do you want to head and how can we come with you?
In Great Falls, Tim McGonigal, MTN News.